Yes, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to be going through the process of using a hawk and trowel. I'll just sort of walk you through the way I use it here. I'm just enjoying a coffee thanks to the client here. Sort of the perks of working in people's houses on renovations or extensions. Generally make you a coffee when they're having one. So we're just going to start here by loading up the hawk. Just using a multi-purpose compound, and always good just to give the hawk a bit of a wiggle and a shake just to let that compound settle down. And you don't need to flip the hawk over when putting your compound onto the trowel, just a nice gentle push. You don't need to load it up, just that's all you need, just a push. It'll stick to it, it won't fall off. If you're sort of putting a bit more on, you can tip the hawk up a bit to load it up, but generally we're just gonna sort of push the edge and just sort of let it stick to it itself, to the trowel. We're just going to be second coating these ceilings. I've already taped them up, and I'm just using a curved trowel here. This is a Marshalltown curved trowel, just a very slight curve in it. You can see there the hollow in the middle, and that's just for when you're pushing the compound on. You're going to end up with a flat trowel then, and you're going to get a nice flat joint. So what I do is I load up the joint with compound and then I take it off. So see here, when we start again on the other side, we've just got 4 joints in the ceiling to do. And what we're going to do, we'll clean off one side, you can see there, and then we'll clean off the other side. So we're just going to roll the wrist as we put the compound on. You can just see rolling the wrist as you're moving along. We'll just use all the compound on the trowel. So we're just going to put it on, then we're going to clean off the edges. Just tilting the trowel to whichever edge you're cleaning off, and then you're just going to finish with one swoop through the middle. So you've just got that one little lift off in the middle, which once it's hard, you can give that a scrape before you do your next coat. So I'll just come along here. So just push the trowel onto the hawk, roll the wrist, and just load up the joint. And we'll tilt the trowel to the left side. We'll clean off that edge and put the pressure on the right side, clean off that edge, and then we're just going to put pressure in the middle just to smooth it off, and just a light flick off at the end. I just use a gauging trowel to load up my hawk from the bucket there. So again, the process, just push the trowel on the hawk to load up the trowel. Roll the wrist, get the compound on as you're moving along. Then we'll clean off the edges. Clean off the other edge, and then just one pressure, same pressure right through, and then just a lift off at the end. So we've got that little lip, which we can clean off once it's dry and hard. So if you don't have a curved trowel, you can just use a flat trowel. Same sort of process. And if you're a beginner and you're having a bit of trouble with cleaning off the edges using the trowel, you can always use your 6-inch knife. So if you've got a couple of edges there, just pull out the 6-inch knife and clean off the edges. You'll find that a lot easier if you're sort of a beginner. But again, I find you don't need to flip the hawk over to load up the trowel. You just, the compound's pretty sticky. I've mixed up my compound quite wet, quite runny. The thicker it is, the harder it is on your joints and muscles. The runnier it is, the lot easier it is. But again, if you're a beginner, you won't want it too runny. You'll want it quite thick, I guess. So, but the more practice you have, the wetter you can have your mix, the more confident you are. But again, just going to roll that wrist, get all that compound on, and then we're going to take it off. So pressure on the edge, pressure on the opposite edge, and then just through the middle, pressure on the whole trowel just to flatten it off. And that's the process I use. Hope you enjoyed that video. I'm going to do a couple of videos on this sort of using a hook and trowel, so if you enjoyed it, stick around. There'll be a couple more following. But thanks for watching. If you're new here, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.